Howdy, 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 back at it again. Today's video going to go over strong Terry sequences in Burnout. If you like this type of content, if you want to see more of it, leave a like in the video, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So, first thing that you might have seen before is he has this loop, or if he just alternates between medium crack shoot, he's plus that whole time. So if they try to mash after the jab, they get counter hit into Oki. If they try to mash after the medium punch, the crack shoot counter hits them. And if they try to mash after the crack shoot, right, the jab hits them, and you convert into whatever you want. Now, you have to alternate between medium and OD, because if you do medium after two loops, your crouch medium punch whiffs, which is a little unfortunate, but not the end of the world, because you do end up building quite a lot of this meter back, so you can actually loop it quite a few times before meter becomes an issue. And you can see the corner carry is obviously very strong as well. Now, what are some weaknesses of this? Well, if a character has any sort of air invincible move, they just get sort of ignore it. They can react with a DP or a flash kick, and because you're doing an airborne move, not a whole lot you can do about it. Unfortunate. Also, it is metered. Now, nice thing is after the OD, you're actually +2 and in throw range, so you can force a strike throw mix up. And that's actually true. Another thing that's strong about Terry and Burnout is from his crouch medium kick, even at max range, if you do OD crack shoot, you can go throw, you can go shimmy, you can go strike, no big deal from any range. So it's sort of like a little bit cheaper version of this. So you get strike throw no matter what. And again, that can also be used to set up this loop. You can also do that with medium to set up this loop. And against characters without a DP, that's really strong. What other things are good about Terry and Burnout? Well, probably the biggest strength, honestly, is just that these are extremely easy to space to be plus, right? Heavy burn knuckle from here, +2. Medium burn knuckle from here, +2 in throw range. And this is very close, right? You gotta realize, this is a 14 frame move. That hit him, like in 18 total frames? So that's 8 frames faster than the DI, and I'm plus and in throw range. Right, that seems pretty good. It's like, walk forward, whoops, I'm in your face. I mean, that's just a little bit slower than drive rush jab. And it's faster than drive rush jab if you're doing the drive rush poorly. So very hard to react to, leads to plus frames, pretty good hitbox. That's going to be hard to deal with for a lot of people, okay? Another thing that's just a good strength of his in Burnout is the fact that his heavies don't leave a gap before DI. So what that means is he doesn't need to spend meter to get a stun that you can't mash out of if you don't have level 1. And with the corner carry that some of his combos do, you can just sort of be around here, buffer one of these, we'll go block after first attack. And if you're just buffering, crouch medium kick drive rush into this, double dash, stand heavy punch, DI, if they don't have level 1, they can't get out of that. And, we're on the other side of the screen, and we just did boom. And even if they don't recover backwards, stand heavy punch, DI, look, they're stunned. So from pretty much anywhere on screen, even not quite to mid-screen, Terry can get a knockdown into a guaranteed stun if the opponent doesn't have super gauge. And even if they do have super, they have to react to DI because, whoops, lock all. He can do this cancel into round wave and catch supers, right? Which is, of course, incredibly strong. So he can do stuff like after throw, driver, stand heavy punch, round wave into huge damage combos. If he's doing it off of a drive rush, they can't mash a 4 frame at all, right? You know, he gets 40% because they tried to mash there. Even if it's not off of drive rush, the 4 frame will win, but if they delayed it all or they push a button that is even 5 frames off of this first hit, right, it trades your +9, you know, and you still get whatever combo extension you want, which is, I think, very strong. This sequence also lets you set up some really kind of good block string stuff. So that's at 600 chip damage. And once he blocked the fireball, it was completely guaranteed. So if their only way out is super, right, they kind of have to wake up with the super because they can't super there. They can't mash there, right? They can't DP because they're burnt out. So this is +8. So I'm going to set him to mash here after the second attack. And what you'll see is nothing comes out because he's in block stun this entire time. And then at the end, guess what? I was actually +1. So even if they decide to mash after the crack shoot, whoops, wrong button. But you can still get a conversion because you're still plus there. And yeah, you can go into medium crack shoot and set up the loop we looked at the start of the video, or you're +1 so they know they shouldn't push. Guess what? You hit stand heavy punch into DI, you get a stun. So I know it was very quick. Hopefully it was helpful anyway. As always, have a good time.